Hi everyone, we have prepared latest market updates for November 28th, 2022. Evergrande seeks approval for restructuring. Distressed real estate developer China Evergrande Group intends to have creditors approve its debt restructuring proposals by the end of February, lawyers for the company said Monday. Once China's best-selling real estate developer, Evergrande is now at the center of the country's real estate crisis. Its $22.7 billion in offshore debt, including loans and private bonds, is considered delinquent after payments were not made last year. Amid a shortage of new sources of financing and slowing real estate sales, Evergrande, which has $300 billion in total liabilities, began one of China's largest debt restructuring processes this year. The company expects to prepare debt restructuring proposals by late February or early March, attorneys for the developer told a Hong Kong court, which postponed its liquidation suit until March 20, 2023. Earlier this month, Reuters reported that Evergrande would sign non-disclosure covenants with bondholders in November to prepare for negotiations in December, with final terms to be determined early next year, citing a source familiar with the matter. Precious metals fall amid COVID riots in China. Copper prices fell sharply on Monday amid growing civil unrest in China amid renewed COVID-19 closures, while gold prices declined as markets awaited fresh U.S. monetary policy signals from key economic data this week. Copper futures due to expire in March fell 1.3% to $3.5835 a pound, trading near a three-week low as traders feared a further drop in demand in China. Spot gold fell 0.2% to $1,752.08 an ounce, and gold futures fell 0.2% to $1,751.85 an ounce. China has faced a wave of civil disobedience over its tough zero-COVID policy, with demonstrators clashing with police in several major cities amid growing public dissatisfaction with restrictive access measures. Over the past 3 years, the policy has led to a series of lockdowns, severely disrupting economic activity and the movement of people. It has also reduced China's appetite for commodity imports, which has negatively affected copper prices due to the prospect of weakening demand. Potentially violent protests in the country now represent another obstacle to economic growth. FTX remains under investigation in the Bahamas. The collapsed cryptocurrency exchange FTX remains the subject of an active and ongoing investigation by Bahamian authorities, State Attorney General Ryan Pinder said Sunday, praising the Bahamas regulatory regime and the speed with which it responded to the crisis. FTX, which was among the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, is headquartered in the Bahamas. The company, whose lack of liquidity forced it to declare bankruptcy on November 11th, is being investigated by Archipelago and U.S. authorities. Pinder said the Bahamas Securities Commission, the Financial Intelligence Unit, and the Police Financial Crimes Unit would continue to investigate the facts and the circumstances of the FTX insolvency crisis and any possible violations of Bahamian law. Bahamian securities regulators revoked FTX Digital's license and began involuntary liquidation proceedings the day before the U.S. bankruptcy case began. In mid-November, the Royal Bahamas Police Force said state investigators were looking into whether there was criminal misconduct.